All right, greetings SEP 201. This is Matt. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to make windows in a hollow shape. We're kind of working our way towards learning how to design a project like our dream homes or something like that. So I'm going to just kind of go through this kind of quick, but we're trying to make windows inside of a shape today. So I'm going to start with, like I normally do, start with a box, and let's just make it a little larger. I'm going to snap it to the grid there. And again, I'm going to make it a little taller. I'm going to make this a hollowed out space by doing what we did last time. I'm going to copy this shape and paste it. And I'm going to place it, I'm going to make it taller using the middle guide, like that. I'm going to make it smaller so that it fits inside this one. Do what we did last time, kind of walk around, make sure it's fitted inside there. And now I'm going to make the inside shape, just the inside shape, a hole. Now I'm going to draw a little window and select both of them, group them. All right, so now we've got a hollow space. This is what we were working on last time. Now, how do we make windows? Well, we're going to use, you can either use the box and make it a hole, but there is a box shape right here on the side that is already a hole. If you use that, that kind of makes it easier. Let me position towards the front. Notice I'm always kind of moving around and walking around my drawing. That helps a lot. All right, so for a window, I'm going to make maybe a smaller shape like this, and I'm going to be raising it off the ground. So instead of using the center white guide, I'm going to use this cone, this little black cone on the top, and I'm going to raise it off the ground. I'm also going to pay attention to how high I raise it. So you notice the guide right here will go up and show me how far it is off the ground. So if I put it at maybe 9, I'm going to remember that number. Now you can see a little shadow underneath the shape. You know it's up in the air. And now I can kind of drag it and push it through the wall. And I want to make sure it's going all the way through. So I'm going to rotate and just make sure, yep, it's going all the way through. I can see it coming out the other side here. And I'll take a look at the front. Looks pretty good. So now I'm ready to group that. But I want to make a lot of windows. So we want to make kind of windows all around this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that whole shape that I made, paste it, and now it's already at the same height. I can just kind of try and move it over. Maybe I'll make 3 of them here. Paste it again. I'm using Control V as in violet to paste. So now I've got all 3 of those. I'm going to just make sure they're all going through, and they are. They're all the same height. So now I can select everything, group it, and I've punched some windows through my space here. Now, what if I want to do the same thing on almost all the sides? Well, there's an easy way to do it. I can select my whole shape, I can ungroup, and now I can select all 3 of my windows by selecting one, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click the other 2, copy, paste. Now I'm going to move that out here. This is a little tricky. Actually, let's just move it all the way to the other side. I'm going to punch them through. So there we go. That one's through. Now watch. Here's the tricky one. I'm going to paste and move this over here. And then I'm going to rotate them using this rotating angle. And I'm going to rotate all 3 of them 90 degrees. So that they're facing that way. I'm going to turn. Looks like they need to go back up into the air. I know they were up 9 off the ground. And now I'm going to move them and put those through these walls. And now, looks like everything's going through. This is kind of crazy, but it was just a lot of copying and pasting. Let's select everything, group it, and voila. I have all these windows in a space. And an easy way to make something like a door, you do the same thing, only you don't have to raise it off the ground. I'm going to make sure that's going all the way through and group that. Select the entire thing plus my new door. So now I have a space that has windows, and if I kind of zoom in as I go through, it's almost like I'm walking through it. It's kind of neat. And that's how you create windows and potentially doors in a hollowed out space. Now we've created a 3D environment. We can kind of look around in here. It's pretty neat. It's almost like I'm making a Minecraft castle or something like that. Alright, give it a try. Good luck.